Alright, how's everyone doing? Hopefully good. This is gonna be a stream the last 3 days of my life. Chewed up, used up, and built this bad boy right here, which I'm looking forward to showing you guys in just a moment. So it starts off with this little memorial here. Yo, what up, Veers? It starts off with this little memorial here, which is built for the 11 people that died while building the Golden Gate Bridge, February 17th. The first guy died in 1936, and sadly 10 died in one shot. Now, what's interesting about the Golden Gate Bridge that I didn't know, I learned before I made this. Hey, yo, what up? How are you, man? I'm just doing a quick tour of the greatest, most ambitious build I've ever done, as soon as I demonstrate the memorial here. So what I didn't know about the Golden Gate Bridge, the engineer, Joseph Strauss, was super keen on safety. Before the Golden Gate Bridge was built, it was standard that for every $1 million spent, one person would die. And the Golden Gate Bridge cost $35 million. So it should have been 35 deaths. However, Joseph Strauss was very keen on safety, and he built a net underneath the entire bridge, which saves 19 lives. It was considered the halfway to hell club if you fell. However, on one sad day, a bunch of men working on scaffolding, the entire scaffold fell, and the scaffold ripped through the net, and 10 out of 12 guys died. So we put up 11 gravestones with the real names on here. Well, I did. And, you know, it's sad, but considering it should have been at least 35 deaths, the industry average, it's not the worst. And that's all thanks to the chief engineer. He had a medical place built close by. It was mandatory to wear safety helmets. You could lose your job if you didn't, even though people did wear helmets back then. And even things like sauerkraut juice to cure hangovers. Anyways, so we built this memorial first, and without further ado, let's take a look, and we'll go through it so I can show you guys how I built it and whatnot. So there's more or less the base of the finished project here, which is pretty exciting. And of course the build starts with the foundations and underground. Now, I didn't use... Some people thought I stacked glass foundations or glass walls and made them invisible. I didn't. I use an old mechanic that works. If you think about when you build a really big base and you have the four walls, and as you're putting ceilings across, it never asks you for a pillar. As soon though as you put ceilings on the outside so that there's no foundations underneath, like when building a balcony, every so many ceilings it asks you for a pillar. So the solution to this problem, because I didn't want to stack all the foundations, kind of a waste of RAM, as well, it's just going to make it so rafts can't pass through even though it's invisible. I initially started, we can see our two lines here, I couldn't hide those ones. I initially started with one line of foundations in a straight strip right down the middle, all the way across, from end to end. So I would start off the middle footing right about here, and I ran foundations all the way across. And what happened is it allowed me to place the ceilings, and continue to place the ceilings without pillars. So you essentially trick the game into thinking you're building a big house. The problem, a little later on when I started to put these railings here, or they're glass walls actually, is I couldn't place them because there was no supporting structure underneath. So at the end I had to rip up all the foundations carefully. I first replaced everything. I put one row on the left side all the way down to the end, and one row on the right side. And I made as many invisible as I could. Some just wouldn't do it because they're too deep in the ground. And then I removed the entire middle row, so that was a lot of extra work. But it allowed me to create the image of a suspension bridge, which was fantastic, and obviously a big part of the plan to make this look good. Thank you very much, Falcon. Yeah, it's a pretty serious bridge. So let's take a look at our footers. These, you know, in real life, of course, these big concrete footers support the bridge. In our case, invisible glass foundations do, but we still had to build them. They do post down into the big footer like this. It's a little curved in real life. And of course we put in our shipping signs. This particular sign, when you see it and you're in a boat, it tells you that this sign has to be on your left when you pass through the water. Those are a bit of a headache for me to paint. If anyone's, you can see I missed on the right there a little bit. If anyone's painted much on those canvases in this game, you'll know what I'm talking about. It takes a steady hand. Oh no. Big my bad there. Get back to that. So there's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Come here, you dumb bird. Come to Pappy. Let's go. Oh, this guy. This fucking guy, huh? Alright, so let's get on with this tour here. So the one here is the other side, which tells you that this sign has to be on your right. So the other one has to be on your left. Sorry if I mixed that up. I triple checked when I painted them, so I know they're the right ones. So yeah, this green one means it better be on your left when you pass, as in the left is dangerous, sign on your left, boat on the right. And this one would mean that you have to be, this sign needs to be on your right, so your boat's on the left. Now, we did run wires almost just for looks. Up there I'm using a flexi pipe to come out. They run straight across the underside of the entire bridge. As well, you can't really see it, but it runs all the way up to the top of that tower. The reason for that is I've got lights on the top that blink to warn low-flying aircraft of what's going on. So let's do a quick pass underneath here. We're using glass ceilings combined with glass metal railings there. That gives us kind of a neat steel structure underneath. No generator in that one because we literally ran the wires the whole way across. This would be considered the Morin side, Morin County side of the bridge. And of course, signs on each side. Golden Gate Bridge, constructed 1937. Pardon me, it's super hot. Air conditioning's not on because my girlfriend doesn't like it. And these lights are really pissing me off, big time. They won't stay on the colors they're supposed to be on. I don't know why. And it's getting on my nerves. Let's get them set up correctly. The update, there. The right side's supposed to be green, and they're switching to white all the time. Not even on a server restart. I think they're doing it as the day changes, even though they're not set to respond to the day. So we got red on the left telling cars, you need to drive on the right side. Green on the right. And these lights will all turn on here automatically when the sun goes down. And it looks a little bit like the lights on the actual bridge. Difficult sign to make, but I went for it anyway, 30 miles an hour. Over here we see the no fishing off bridge sign. Opposite side, the span of the actual San Francisco Bay Bridge at 4,200 feet. Up until I think about 1964, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. Right now it's the 9th, with a total of 2 billion vehicles passing over it by 2015. That sign says, "Welcome to Marin County." Better bring our bird. Oh no, we'll walk back. Hey, why not? No, we'll bring our bird for you. Let's get our bird across because we're going to take a look up top at part of the superstructure. Now, some of the very difficult things to place was the initial wire. It started with a horizontal wire right down here, which had to be exactly straight. Even an inch or two off, and we'll see what that does. Will really screw you. So I had to place the one and then get the whole strip going. And that was a very, very difficult and long job. Thank you very much, Glenn Elmer. Very kind of you. Just doing a little tour of it. And we're going to be looking around a little bit on the island here at some other things we got going on. So, in some cases I hit perfectly. See these lights as well. Like this is getting, what's the point? You make these nice S plus lights with these settings. It's going to be tricky to jump off this big boy. Uh-oh, that's going to really hurt. Oh boy. Yeah, so those lights are supposed to be blinking red and blue up top for planes that are flying by. But nope. For some reason, those light settings just don't stick. These red and greens, I just changed them an hour ago. 1 hour. So I'm guessing the problem is the day-night. Something's up, and I'll look it up, but I assume it's not gonna be fixable. And what are you gonna do, So these lights up on the top of the bridge blink between red and green, ideally. I'm gonna honest. I don't think I'm going to be able to get off this bird. And they just don't seem to be working. So you see, like, some of these cables I hit right on the mark. You know, that's exactly where I wanted it. It took 1 or 2 tries, and the big problem was I tore down the first 2 bridges. So I literally had a demo gun. I'm talking 800 or 900 cables here to start over because I wasn't happy. Here's where you see where I missed a little bit. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's a 30-hour build, right? There are times where I was just like, I'm going to have to let it go, you know. I'm really tempted to try and fix those lights, but what are you going to do? I could use the gun. There's a gun to set the lights, but let's see if I can get off this way. So I know, what's weird is all I got to do is update it. There we go. That's supposed to be blinking red and green like that, you know? And that's, you know, for like the planes. Technically we don't have that flying over, but the planes will be flying over. So let's get a look. I guess for those of you just joining, that was the graveyard in memory of the 11 people that died building the bridge. This would be considered the San Francisco side. And the railings here, which look quite similar to the actual build, are glass walls. And that's also a glass wall. So it might look like you can jump over this, but you'd be blocked by an invisible wall and then painted. So to give you an idea, and this was done with a model gun. This is how that wall would look normally, you see. And that's what I love about S Plus glass pieces. It gives you this great building. Oh, geez, buddy. Goddamn dragging out of my way. Hey, what up, man? How you doing? I guess I'm causing a traffic jam here. And yeah, it gives you these great steel framings, which are just fantastic. So yeah, these up here we're using basic long metal walls, half railings, then switch to half wall, or a railing switch to half wall to give us a little bit more close to the actual scale of it. If these were full walls and ceilings making this, it would just not look as good. So that was great to have the S Plus for that. Big help was the model gun. So instead of having to manually change over each one of those glass walls, I could just whip along with the model gun to do that. I didn't realize that for the first time I built this, though. And I did tear down 2 versions down to scratch and restarted. And on this version I had Adobe because I thought it looked kind of rustic, and I ended up tearing that down. So I'm going to do 4 landmarks, like 1 on each map. But the next ones I'll plan a lot better ahead of time, because this was something at Sunday night this week around 4 a.m. I started building a basic bridge here. The reason being is we're going to be opening District 3 right here pretty soon for the tribe, because District 1 and 2 are filling up. So I thought, oh, I'll get a bridge up, you know, and I just put a basic flat bridge on the ground. And, you know, I was getting tired. It's 4 in the morning, so I go to bed at 4:30 a.m. Around 5:30 I wake up, I can't sleep because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to build a freaking suspension bridge, and I'm going to build the Golden Gate, and I'm doing it for one of my favorite guys in the server, Sick Chaos. He's from California, and I thought I'll build it and kind of like make it for Sick, you know. In the end it's for the 11 guys that died, but Sick's in the back there too. And I thought this is going to be great. Now the first build I made was flat though, so I had to get that. It was on the water, so I had to get rid of that, but I'd already put the cables up. And then the second build, I didn't have these things placed right. I had them in the back here, so I was like, that doesn't look good enough. And yeah, that's how it went down. So that's the Golden Gate Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. It's unquestionably the best build I ever put together. If maybe not the best, because I have had some pretty neat buildings, but it's the most unique. I have not seen anyone anywhere on YouTube. Anyone on YouTube doing something like this. And I'm going to do 4 of them. I'm going to build 1 on each map. We got Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and Aberration. So my plan is to build something like one of the more futuristic modern wonders on Aberration. And I'm going to build... you know, on Ragnarok, I might use one of those castle buildings that's already pre-built there. Could be great. And Scorched Earth, do something that you'd find in the desert. So I'll be, you know, Exactly. That's just what I was gonna say. Is it Gerfalcon? Gerfalcon? I need some suggestions, man. Like, I was thinking the Eiffel Tower, but that's going to be a tough one with the way the angles work. But then with that glass, you know, we could do it. So the Eiffel Tower is one, and this is an American landmark. I started with the United States because I'm a big fan of the United States. I'm not American, I'm from Canada, but still, I'm a supporter of the U.S.'s history and what they've done to keep us free and to keep the, you know, people like South Koreans free. Um, you know, so I thought my first one will be a U.S. one. America, fuck yeah. But maybe do 3 from other nations or other continents. So, you know, I definitely for Scorched Earth want to do something you'd see in the desert. The pyramids are a little too boring, I think. The Space Needle might work on Aberration, but I think that's in Gear Falcon, thank you. I think the Space Needle's in Seattle, right? So I would do 4 American ones, to be honest with you, but I was thinking because on the Twitch video I did a little American propaganda and history kind of before starting it, and I wanted to do the same with the other ones, so who knows. Anyways, that's the bridge. Total time build is 33 hours, but that includes tearing down the old ones. That includes restarting the servers and doing some maintenance to pull up the rates to 3 times. Answering a lot of messages because you know, we got a lot of players and they need certain things, so there's a significant amount of time that was taking breaks and doing other things, you know. So it wasn't all build time, but in the end I did a 24-hour build on the first day. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, once it's nighttime we're gonna set off the some fireworks. So yeah, I think I got to do something international, but man, the Space Needle will be perfect for Aberration. Aberration, I'll build it right along the lake there, so I'm not interfering. And maybe out in the middle of the water. You know, I was thinking for Aberration to build a huge oil well type thing, you know, but like those offshore oil things, but I don't know yet. I don't know. I need to think of some. So for those of you watching the video now or that might check it out later, post up in those comments ideas, and I want to try and keep it similar with what the map's about. So definitely for Scorched Earth I'd like to do a desert one, besides the pyramids, because I don't know, you know, it's too basic, it's gonna be too easy. And yeah, I don't know what to do for the rest of them though, so feel free to send something. Aberration, something very modern. The Louvre was an idea. I was thinking of the Notre Dame Église in France, for possibly for Ragnarok. Ragnarok, you got a lot of flexibility there because we have all different kinds of regions. But I would like to go maybe castle style on Rag, and possibly use some of the existing ruins that are there. I mean, and there's a lot of them that are awesome. So yeah, that's what's up with that. And we'll maybe head out for a little flight, see what everyone's up to, do a little tour, and then we're gonna get back here to get ready for the fireworks at night. I mean, I'm not planning on doing a 4-hour tour of this bridge, so I do have a full taming kit, a bunch of war stuff in my bird, but I also brought the fireworks with me. So District 2 was just started a couple weeks ago, but it's coming along great. Dilo rebuilt his base today, looking fantastic. Dino, sorry. Been working on that all day. Is this our Arcane? Yeah, Arcane's a trucker. Brings his laptop with him, plays from while he's on the road, man. Great guy. I've been chatting with him a lot. Always played on his own server, but wanted to give it a shot playing with other people. And just really glad to have him, man. He's just a really nice guy to talk to. This has to be one of my favorite new players of the month, unquestionably, Bayou Billy, aka Unpaid Bill. This guy's just my kind of people, man. My kind of people all the way. Not 100% sure he's actually from the Bayou, but he's got a killer accent, so I think he might be from around that area. Hey Bayou, what up, dog? Place is looking great, boss. Yeah, see, Dubai for desert buildings, you know.
But I saw a picture of the bridge, so I had to come on today to see it. And now I see there's a grand opening. Very excited.
Yeah.
I got front row seats from my roof.
I know, man. It's going to be a nice spot. As soon as night hits, man, I got 2 rocket launchers, 10 fireworks that go with it, flare gun, and cluster grenades that all make quite a scene. So we're going to blow the shit out of that bridge.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so now y'all know why I love Bayou Bill.
Grind, would you put in like 24 hours or something?
I did. Monday morning, I couldn't sleep Sunday night because of the idea, so it was technically I didn't sleep for 2 days, but went to bed at 4:30 in the morning on Sunday night. Couldn't sleep. Got up at 6:30 and just said, "Fuck it, let's get some coffee and do it." The first shift was 24 hours from 6 a.m. Monday morning to 6 a.m.
Awesome.
Tuesday.
Dude, it came out beautiful.
Yeah, and you saw some of the process when it looked like shit with the Adobe in the early stages, so.
Yeah, I got to watch actually a lot of it. So for various points that first day that you started, I was just watching you from a spyglass while I was doing housework, you know, like I'd be peeking out and I'd see them back and forth and stuff going up and stuff coming down, and it was fucking crazy.
The next, I'm going to do one on each. I'm going to do one big landmark on each map, but next time I'll plan way further ahead. This one was really spontaneous, so you know what I mean? The next one I won't be doing the teardowns. It came out amazing. I'm so happy with it, and it's doing well on Reddit. It's doing good on Steam. People are liking it, and I betcha.
Yeah, I was just taking screenshots of it that I was gonna post.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that on Twitter.
We got people over there now. We got all sorts of people. We got a wyvern over there and an equus, however you pronounce that, equus.
Yeah, I don't know. I call it an equus. But fuck.
Equus. I think that's how it's properly pronounced because I've seen videos where it's been pronounced that way.
I gotta open up this door. It's fucking hot, man. We've got major heat warning. I got a couple drinks out to cool off, but still. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one big landmark on each map.
Wow, this is great. Golden Gate Bridge right in my front yard. Someone's stuck in your Who-Man's stuck in your base.
Yeah, well, he can get out of there. He's just gonna, he's not gonna, you know, he's just gotta die. But he probably has gear.
That's the bird featured in your solo cave spelunking adventure.
Yeah, I have 2 Argents. This is the one I keep a full ready cave kit in.
I had started watching your video. I'm watching it right now. I had started because I gotta solo some caves at some point, so I was getting tips, and then right as I realized the bird in front of me was named Cave Kid, I realized that's the same bird you used for this video.
Yeah, it's the standard. My brother bred it, actually. He's a big-time breeder, so it's a pretty boss bird. It's not his best one, because I tend to take his stuff and get it killed.
Still pretty dope.
Yeah, it gets the job done. It's got nice weight and speed. I mean, it works out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Yo, Human.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to do some fireworks here tonight for the grand opening of the Golden Gate Bridge, so.
We're gonna get a outpost set up, and then we'll be down here. But I kind of died on my way out.
Okay, so you need what? Is your stuff here, or you lost stuff, or?
No, my stuff is on the river. It's at like 4065, but I think Red is going to get it.
Okay, if not, I'll loan you a bird. But I can't help you out right now just because we're waiting on doing some fireworks. Once you guys pick where you want to put your base, let me know.
Okay, do you know how I get out of here?
You want to walk out the door, like?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go drown myself, actually.
Yeah, you won't even get out that door, big guy. I can't even get out that door. Better come to this door here. So yeah, we'll do a little more touring while we wait for nighttime. Draxer, he moved from District 1 over to here in District 2, did a nice build. Seer helped him out with it. It's our common area. Any new tribe members have a little house there with some stuff in it. And actually, Dino, I think it was Dino, made a nice little addition. I just built a simple one-floored room, but Dino added the second story here. And he's setting up a bunch of boxes to put stuff in for new people, so that's pretty awesome. Did that yesterday, I believe. And one of my favorite players, unquestionably, Oryx. Book Oryx and Crake, which I love, by Margaret Atwood. I got along with her right away just because she had Oryx, and you don't want to be like, sounding like a douche, you know? So I was like, look, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but are you named after Oryx from Oryx and Crake? Yeah. I was like, oh man, you're my friend now. And District 1, the original district for the original players in Tribe of Nations. Not quite the same as District 2, but definitely a lot more built up. Minth, probably one of the best players. Between him and Sick Chaos, the top, most experienced players in our tribe. As we can see, yeah, you know what I'm saying, man? Fuck, I loved Oryx and Crake. Read it a couple times. As you can see, he's got a lot of trophies. This guy's not playing around. I knew that day one. He stayed focused on the... You know when you got the steps, like what you tame first, what you tame second, and what you get after that. And he really stayed focused on that. He's done the Broodmother twice as well. He's got those flags. And yeah, I'm not sure who lives here. I kind of get mixed up. How many people are we at now in this tribe anyways? 24 members. I'd say 20 are very active. And I kick people out every few days. If the Pocket, yeah, Pocket's working hard actually. Quiet type. And this is Seer. That's what is correctly called. European fellow. Hell of a fine builder. You know, and I think he's pretty new to Ark when he started, but this guy's not playing around when it comes to builds. Like that upside down stuff up there. I mean, this is pretty cool. Look at that. And then he's got that upside down shit there. Just awesome. And we build them some dino pens for the guys that stick around a while. That's Sears Bridge. He hasn't been online since I built the Golden Gate, but that's still a really nice bridge, you know. Nothing compared to the gate, but still pretty damn good. That's District 1. So District 3 will be just north, and then that'll be it. 3 districts. The peninsula will be ours, and then if they fill up, we'll just stop adding new members. You know. Obviously, with school starting, that opened up some room, and managed to clean things up a little bit. And get space for new people, and you know, every few weeks people just start playing another game or doing other things, so you know, we end up having some room for people. Maybe that is. The red oboes where Sandman have a lot of dinos stored on account of doing the bosses. So right before building the bridge, I threw down a big parking area here using the cliff things, and that gives us a little more space in the middle. And I don't know if these are specific boss dinos, but yeah. Definitely the Rexes are. I think the other ones are just kind of here, and then a lot of people leave their dinos here. Just because they come down to the oboe to transfer to rag and whatnot. There you go. Alright, we got a little breeze coming in with that door open now. It's feeling a lot better. Normally be running full air conditioning, but my girlfriend's in the room where the big huge box is, so it's like a refrigerator in there, and then a fan blows all the air out of that room, but you don't want to be in that room watching a movie when that air conditioning's on. So once the nighttime comes and we do the fireworks show, I'm gonna head off and either tame something or shoot something. Over here's my temporary little hut. It's kind of my home away from home. I have a big base in the northeast that I share with my brother and my girlfriend, but this is my little like base right near the district, so I can kind of take care of some business over there. And I got everything I need in this raft, along with my Argent and my Pterodon. It's actually not even my Pterodon. My Pterodon's dead. And a couple little guns just to keep my workstation safe from any kind of animals getting mixed into it. This is working out pretty good. This week for sure, I got to get my industrial grinder on the go. Yeah, good. So we got some stuff in there. Some more cave stuff. Should we grab some food from my food? I'm gonna have to get my industrial grinder on the go for sure this week. Sorry, not the industrial forge. Definitely on my priority list. Should have had one a long time ago. Just don't. So yeah, we'll wait for nighttime. Just taking a little while, as always. We started up at 9 a.m. So this is the official opening of the Golden Gate Bridge today. Well, that's going to be pretty cool if we ever get down there. Oh shoot, you know what? I got the wrong number up there. It's telling me who's... I gotta fix something real quick. If we can. Yeah. Should be like that. Not that it matters, because it doesn't show me anyways accurately who's watching, for whatever reason. I never know who's actually in the video here. Yeah, you guys even see it slide along there? Not allowed to broadcast on both at the same time, boys. I used to be able to, but once you become a, whatever they call it, affiliate, it's one or the other, which is a shame. I prefer to be on both, but what are you going to do? And nighttime's coming soon. Yippee-ki-yay. Get parked right on the middle of the bridge here. Got a stack of dinos building up. Even for District 2 is moving along ahead. Nothing's rendered yet, of course. It's a big job. And you know, I'm running the 1070, and then 16 gigs of nice RAM and all that crap. Good card, good motherboard, but it still takes a little bit to get this stuff runned up.
Remember that I dick around on. Oh yeah, too fast.
Alright, let's get the gear ready. There's our flare gun with the rockets. Clusters. Flare and flare should have 2. Does that mean I only get 2 shots? I don't know. We'll see.
We're in the southeast, so it's not too far, but it's a ways.
That's Dino. He's always running
This thing's
hot
built
mic.
for fighting, so it's got a pretty good amount of health and everything.
Just eavesdrop on people's conversation.
I was always a fan of lassoing guys with the echoes, like going in at home and my friends fucking take it down. Yep, that's the way to do it. Love that
It's
shit.
the best part of this thing.
And the saddle's super useful. There's a few really good saddle mods too, and they really take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I got, you know, once we're done this, I don't know, I'm gonna go I could use a pterodon, but I might whip down and just check out a cave and see what I can do in there. Just keep it light, nothing too serious. I've done quite a few of them, as many as the easy caves as I'm gonna do, really, but I've been building for 3 days and looking forward to firing off a gun, that's for sure. Especially when it comes to sniping and shooting stuff in the cave, that's definitely one of my favorite things to do, so. And yeah. she is, boys. She's open. I'm out of rockets. Things aren't cheap. I think that was there. Sniper. Well, it's officially open. Yeah, I'm excited to see what I do on Rag 2, even though I don't have any idea what it's going to be yet. Bomb. What's next on the agenda? Alright, Hoon's probably in position here. Go check him out. Alright, first order of business. Humans moving over from Brotherhood tribe, set up a base at Hidden Lake. And so we're gonna get down there and clear out. There's a little house there that the guy's not using. He logged on for a couple days, never came back. Can't have the best spot in the game tied up because of that. Not the best in the top 5 though, Hidden Lake for sure, Secret Lake, whatever you want to call it. I was telling him I'll be around tonight. We can go fix that up. I need to make a left turn here. Quite a flight across the map here to get up there, but you know, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, this is about the furthest you could go. Straight diagonal shot all the way up to the top there. It's 70, 20. That's a great spot for a base. I presume you and Red are on the scene. One of those times where a little autopilot would be good. I'll probably go take care of this business. I don't know what to do next. I am a little burnt, not gonna lie. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on that bridge, and the first video I made of this was on one of the other platforms, and it just wasn't very good. I'll tell you, I was just a little too burnt. So you know, I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to push. Starting tomorrow, though, I'll probably spend. I did film most of the building of that bridge. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time, maybe half a day, trying to edit that. And for the next project, I'm going to be streaming the whole project, 8-10 hours a day, whatever. Half on the one thing and half on the other. So I have been really slack for doing videos lately, and it's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to have to get to work on that a bit, especially on Mondays, Tuesdays. Here's the thing, I've got the 4 maps. They gotta manage the server, and obviously we like to play with people. So, you know, people leave to go to school, or people leave to go somewhere to do this, or buy a new game, whatever. And the problem is that if I'm not every day trying to get new players in here, then, you know, it starts to die off. So I'm kind of managing the server, the recruitment, as well as trying to make videos, and there's just not enough time in the day, you know. And I've abandoned my family all summer. You know, I haven't been in my cottage or anything because I was hyper motivated to get this done. My girlfriend or wife, significant other, is super accepting of what I do. So is my dad. I mean, he needed help installing some windows at the cottage, and he didn't even ask me because he knew I'd say yes, but he knows I'm on a mission here. So yeah, I mean, I just wish there was more time in the day, you know, and that it wasn't 500 degrees out right now. But we'll get it done. So for this week, I wanted to focus a lot more on getting some streams going. So I'm definitely gonna stream the entire build for the next landmark, without a doubt, and try and do some more. I got some more tutorial videos to put up on the tube, and some more streaming to do. Cause yeah, I'm not famous or anything. I don't have 10 million subscribers, but generally I'm getting good feedback on it. So why not do it? No reason not to. My machine can handle it. The quality, I mean, the lives you lose a little bit on the bit rates, but the videos I'm downloading are coming out pretty nice quality. It's not the worst thing to watch. And we're pretty happy with it. I'm gonna set it down. We're almost there now. I love the hidden lake. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of things I love about this base area. It's easy to block off. And the beaver dams, if you start slow, you don't absorb those beaver dams, you got like just supplies there consistently. So it's quite good. Type. No space, that's why.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna get rid of these dinos real quick.
Okay. Don't accidentally delete my urgent, please.
Yeah, as long as you don't stand like in front of my nose, it'll be good.
Last time you said that, bad things happened.
Yeah, Mr. Bouncy Bouncy trying to snake a little dino, it was a different story. I don't need to tell you what to do or anything, but if you're careful at first and you don't, like while you start building, you don't build too close to the beaver dams, they'll respawn and you'll have great access to those until you expand big, Keep that in mind because they're a fucking great source of resources, of course.
That's the plan.
Awesome.
We're just gonna build in this little area where he was, basically.
Yeah, that's your gate or his gate?
That's ours.
Okay, cool. And as well, there's 3 entrances, eh? You can place like 3 behemoth gates and block all the entrances into here. So, take a look at that.
Stay small for a little while. This will just be
you.
basically an outpost for the next bit.
Okay, cool. You alright, man? You feeling better? You were sick the last time we talked.
Pretty good right now.
Alright, good.
Little sick, but...
Yeah, you sound you just don't sound 100%, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, take care. I'll let you get to it, man. Nothing but wood. Guess all the beavers are dead. I might just make some pearls while I'm here. The other good thing, you get your trike in here. You get those flowers right away, which I needed when I started here. I guess he took all the good stuff. I don't know why he wouldn't clear that wood out. Just because, they won't respawn as long as there's wood in there. that a beaver over there? Nope. I would be happily take a few pearls if there was some around. Need some cementing paste. Could use some. Ah, there we go. I was wondering when you'd come join me. Dark night. Dark night. Dark and rainy. A rag, that's what he found here. So somebody on my team is fighting over here. Let's see what's going on. Something's fucking up my dinos. This is my brother's base. I still do hang around. Oh no. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow, he built a nice ramp going up there. Pretty sure I just saw damage markers, but I don't think he's online tonight. So my other cave mission successes there. I think I'll bounce into the volcano cave for a little bit, do some killing just for fun. Maybe check if there's any good drops and then call it a night. I guess it's that one across there. Horrible weather for touring around. I don't really have all the necessary gear to do a cave, so I'll be pretty careful and just fuck around with it a little bit. I don't have a ghillie suit, so no, I can't even do it. I'll freeze. No ghillie suit, no Freya. Oh no, I got a ghillie suit in my bird. Yeah, we're good. No Freya though, but that's okay. It's terrible fucking weather, isn't it? The problem with this cave is a little tricky sometimes because shit gets fucked up outside the doors. I have soloed this one with no dinos, so I know it pretty well. And it's not too bad. It's actually pretty reasonable, but I don't have an Argent. I mean, I don't have a... is this even the volcano? It must be. Yeah, I don't have any sleeping bags with me. It's a bit problematic. A little low on food. Not the most ammo, but definitely enough to at least play around in it, maybe grab a couple of drops. So we'll go fire off some guns before we call it a night. And probably start planning on what the next one's going to be. If you watch this video over the next couple days, as you saw from the beginning, I was showing off my Golden Gate Bridge landmark. We have the map Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and Aberration, and I want to build a landmark on each, so. So yeah. I think this is the cold cave, I don't remember. Either way, we're going to ghillie it. Yeah, it's cold as fuck. Okay, we'll bring in the best one we have. Boots, we got a 26er. Now I had a, you could say, stolen sniper rifle that was amazing, just amazing. And I did the lava cave solo 4th try, no dinos. I got it done, but broke that sniper, and I can't even repair it. It's an insane amount. Look at that. There's your journeyman. There's your mastercraft. Journeyman's better. I was talking to someone about that today. It's a little bit random. Got any shoes? No shoes? Can we not have shoes? Oh yeah, I got boots already. What am I missing here? The pants. Here we go. Let's get that on, then reassess ammunition and stuff. So yeah, this isn't my best gear that I have left. This is the leftover, so to speak. Definitely need a few more rounds. Definitely not rolling without more grappling hooks. I think we're okay with that. No sleeping bag is an epic risk, but, you know, I'll borrow Bird to come back to get my shit, but hopefully I don't have to do that. Can't go without grappling hooks, meat and water, medical brew. Wood stimberries would be good in case I get knocked out, but we're just going to mess around. This has already been done a few times. We're just going to go have a little fun with it. For me, it's at this point not one of the hardest caves. But I would, you know, I have a certain cave kit, and I'm not all the way there. And also, I don't want to lose this gear, because it is my, it's my special, Bubba Fett. Everything's painted. I keep it in a box just for when I'm cruising around. We'll just go ahead and maybe see if we can grab a little blueprint or something. I always find that creepy, man. You hear him, but don't see him. There's actually a funny clip of me. Took me, you know, I've gotten better with the caves and the practice and whatnot, you know what they say, and it took me a few tries to do this one alone, and I finally finished it, and I was so excited I didn't realize I was starving to death. And my friend Husker made it into a little clip, but it's me running all excited to the door, and I go, yeah, booyah, I finally made it, and then I die of starvation right then and there, and I already picked up the sleeping bags, but I did get back to my body in the end, so it all worked out. Don't mind these guys, but they're definitely causing me some headaches right now. I just can't see a goddamn thing. I need a second to get myself reorganized. They're obviously on the ceilings. They seem to be like endless at the moment. Just need a goddamn minute here. There we go. Kind of walked into that one though, a little careless. I got out of it. Did some medical brew. Times, a little food. Wait up for some of that poison. I may fall asleep though, so it's not really the best time to move forward. I kind of lost my way. Like that guy looks still alive to me. No, okay. Well, maybe we better check because if they have some stim berries on them, that wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, just get a few of these going. Let's back up. Where is this thing? Well, there's the action. Well, we might make it there to get that artifact. It's not the goal. We're just fucking around a little, having some fun with the guns. I fucking hate that. We know we're back. We're clear to reverse too. This shouldn't be too bad. And then that's what I was worried about that a little bit as the poison set in. Would have loved to. I usually bring narcotic with me, or not narcotic, a stimulant. There's going to be a long break here while I wait to wake up. And luckily I didn't attract. That's lucky, because had I attracted those bats with a hit, I would have been in severe trouble here. But should get out of this just fine. Oh, meantime, I got a Reddit message I can respond to here. Or 3. Alright, we'll get to that in a minute. Some more food. Just get everything back up to the hunky-dories. Fucking annoying. Oh, that's death. I have to get out of the cave now. There's no surviving that poison. Odds are. Maybe, but it's a pretty low chance. That's going to run a long timer. That was the worst thing that could have happened in this particular case. We'll see. I got 1 minute to keep my med up. I can boost my juices. But it doesn't look good. And I usually bring the old, what's it called? Lesser antidote. And we'll see. If I can counter it with the brew, good possibility. Might survive. I think we're okay. We'll get back in there. So you don't want to be letting those bats hit you, that's for sure. We got the medical brew. We could grab a little more of it actually while we're up here. I wouldn't mind to get in there, get that artifact, and get back just for the heck of it. I mean, you just need them for bosses and stuff. It's not the worst thing to have. Bring full stack of medical brew. Let's give him this. Switch out. What are we missing here? The pants and the gloves. Alright, back to business. Last time I got rabies or whatever the hell, super rabies, I got wrecked. I just couldn't get around it. But this time we pulled out okay, except we're going to have to start over and everything's respawn, but it's no big deal. It's really the noise that freaks me out. I mean, you just don't know where these guys are. There's something there. What the hell is that? Nothing respawned yet. That's pretty great. Of course, that probably guarantees that I'm going to be fighting to get out of here. So if we just don't get poisoned here, we're going to be alright. I don't think we'll make that. Smooth sailing, not too bad so far. fucking guy's in the wall. I don't know that sound. Just freaking freaks me out. Yeah, you see him? I know he's there. I didn't see him. Broke my boots. Was that there? I got confused there. I thought it was a dung beetle for some reason. Won't be going for a swim today, boys and girls, that's for sure. A nasty mess over there, too. There's probably at least a couple worms. Got this cocksucker over here. Now they're coming from multiple directions, probably. That was a bad place to get hung up. That's where I meant to go. It's usually the more hectic area of this little cave, for sure. Fuck, that's bad reloading time. Like, I mean, you have to reload, but that was just not the right timing for that. There should be problems here. I think we're just gonna go grab it up. There's usually a couple sons of bitches right around here somewhere waiting to come out. Well, we got the notes. I'm not going swimming for no drops, I'll tell you that much, so I think we'll just bounce. We'll call it a good one with the Explorer note there. Went pretty, I mean the, whatchamacallit. Artifacts, pretty smooth, not too hard, no real stress. You know, lesser antidote, something I usually carry, would have helped a lot. I'm just glad to get out and pardon me, just glad to get out and fire some guns, you know. 3 days of building the bridge of all bridges. One of the best builds this game's ever seen. It's nice to get out here and just pump out that shotgun, let off a little bit of steam. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy, boys and girls. Man, I'll tell you what, that cave took me quite a few tries. It was very hard for me before, but do something enough times and it starts to get easier. So we'll just head her home. Back to the old homestead there. I got about 1.5 million messages to reply to, so we'll get some of that done and let's come up with a plan of something to do tomorrow. Not too far away. Glad we stopped by in there, though. I mean, I like stacking those artifacts, so I say that was pretty good. Pretty good stream, honestly. Come on. You know, we had the boys together for the fireworks. We had a chat with Bayou Billy. We showed off the giant San Francisco Bay Bridge, or I guess the Golden Gate Bridge, which is an epic fucking build. And we cleared a cave like it was easy. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Not too bad, not too bad. Now we're heading her home. Call it a day. It's been a long, I'll tell you what, since between Sunday, I'll say even Sunday morning, and today's Wednesday, I probably only slept one time 8 hours and another time 2 hours. Due to obsession, you know, I just had this, I had that idea for that Golden Gate, and I was doing it, you know. Nothing was gonna stop me from that job. Which fucking way, that's freaking ghillie suit. Gives me a headache trying to see my map down. Oh, it's the gloves, okay, my bad, sorry. Oh yeah, we're almost home here. Alright, so, y'all know to, you want to play here, you know, there's no lag, eh, boys? You guys all saw that? Have you guys seen any lag or rubber banding? Hell no, because we're running top-end shit. So if you guys are liking what you see, there's a ton of links to join there. Get on it and come play with us. It's an open server. We're friendly. We're PvE. We have a great fucking time all the time. And you're more than welcome to come on down. And of course, you know where to find me. I'm Biggs Around. I'm all over the first 2 pages of Google search. You just type that in, and I'm around all the time. So happy to hang out. Anybody love the game, love the life, love playing and just having a good time. I'm a social player, and I love shooting up shit. So it was good to chat with everybody tonight. Thanks for sticking out for the tour of that Golden Gate Bridge that I'm quite proud of. And I'm going to sign off, get on top of some responses I'm supposed to be making. You guys all take care. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that